Hola.
A while back, we went to Greenville, looking for Shoeless Joe Jackson. We're going to Royston, and we're trying to see
what's left of Ty Cobb stuff.
We're trying to find some things that have to do with Ty Cobb. Well, that didn't take long. I stepped out of the car and got bit by ants. But here's the first sign that you come across as you're coming into town. And if you're not really looking for it, you'll miss it. Welcome to Royston, home of baseball's immortal Ty Cobb and Museum. There is a childhood story that we have heard, and actually it was in a biography that was written about him, so I think people are not really 100% sure how much of it is accurate. But right here in between the church and the funeral home is a parking lot, and there's Kurt walking in the parking lot. But in this parking lot supposedly was where Ty Cobb's boyhood home was. And there's a story that his father was afraid that his mother was cheating, that his wife was cheating on him. So he decided one night to leave and head back in the house and check to see if he could catch her cheating. And because she thought he was a prowler, he got shot. She shot him twice. But you don't buy that, do you?
Smelling a little fishy.
Well, what I was reading is that, like I said, I don't think they're 100% sure. She actually was arrested, but then she was acquitted. So right here, it's now a parking lot. There are lots of things around town that are named after Ty Cobb, so we're going to find a couple of those right now.
0.1 mile away.
There's a street, there's a hospital, so we're going to find those things. Well, just like most famous people, you're going to have a street named after you, and right here in Royston, you have Ty Cobb Street. Like I said, it's Sunday, but we are now at the Joe A. Adams Professional Building, and the Ty Cobb Museum is in here. This is part of the Ty Cobb healthcare system. Years ago, 20 years ago, as a matter of fact, or a little over 20 years ago, I came here for doctor's appointments because my doctor was in here. And actually there was a hospital here. Yep, Addie's 20, so you see that too. Cobb Center Apartments. Yeah, right over there.
Where that semi-truck is.
Right over there was where the hospital was.
Actually, right there, is where your room was.
Yeah. So this is where Addie was born. Paula was born in Athens. And you can see Ty Cobb is everywhere. This is right outside the building. The museum's housed inside. And it says the museum's open Monday through Friday till 4 and Saturday till 4, but now it's just actually reopened. And it's open till 2, at least that's what I saw online. So we're going to try to do that sometime. We're now outside the Royston Public Library. And I'm going to get closer, but you can see the statue up here. From what I've heard, this statue used to be outside of Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. and then moved to Turner Field, and then eventually brought back here. Because realistically, this is where it should be. This is where he started playing baseball. So it should be here. Some different angles. Look at this. I'm trying to figure out how it's actually elevated. This is interesting. I guess it's resting on his hand and resting on his back foot back there. I'm not sure you can see this very well, so I'm going to read it. Tyrus Raymond Cobb, 1886 to 1961, known as the Georgia Peach, charter member of Baseball Hall of Fame, leading batsman of all Major League history, 367 average, 4,191 hits. On this side, you have the sculptor's name. This is also outside the library. The Georgia Peach. I'll stay on this a little bit, and if you want to read it yourself, you can pause it and read it.
Pause it. Pause it.
But he was born in Banks County and moved here when he was a young boy. All right, guys, we found this interesting. I'm going to have to look this up. It says most of his career was played in the dead ball era, which make his records even more remarkable. So we're going to look that up. Coming back to the car, I noticed this. Cobb Walk. Just another thing that's named after him. Neighborhood up in there. Alright, we looked up dead ball era. And it was a period of time that started around the year 1900 up until when Babe Ruth emerged as what they would consider a power hitter. During that period of time, up until then, that was when there were a lot of low-scoring games and very few home runs were hit. So it was called the dead ball era. Learned something new today. The next thing we're going to find is his gravesite.
Try to find it.
We're going to try. Other people have found it, I've seen. So we're always respectful when we go to places like that. So we're going to try to find it. This one was easy to find. Unlike Shoeless Joe Jackson, we really had to hunt for his grave. But this one, right smack in the middle of the cemetery. And it is the tallest structure around. So, this is where Ty Cobb is buried. And if you watched our video about Shoeless Joe Jackson, you know that they were, well, I think they were kind of enemies that became friends. But just by looking at this, you can see a totally different type of person, I think, from what I understand too. Ty Cobb was wealthy when he died. He made some investments and became pretty wealthy. Yeah, this is right outside. Kurt said there's stained glass on the other side. On the back of the door. Somebody has left a baseball and some coins. Some back there.
Yeah, if I had a coin, I'd put it down.
And there's some flowers. This is on the back side. We're in downtown Royston now. And this is one of two murals that we know of that's downtown here. This one's on the side of an old jeweler's. You can see the sign underneath it.
Where are we going?
The old sign down there that was painted on the side of the building. This doesn't really have anything to do necessarily with Ty Cobb, but I like this. And unfortunately, this is on the back side of a building, the old corner hardware, that you can actually get food. It's a food establishment, but right now she's closed because of a fire. Even though, from what I understand, there was actually no fire that did anything to her building, the lady that owns it. What'd you say? Even though she didn't have any fire damage per se, there's smoke and water that has closed her down. You can smell it. Well, when this opens back up, come eat here because they have good food. I've had their food before. It's good. Yeah, we used to order it. Well, they were still ordering it, as far as I know, until the fire happened. And here's the building that burned. I mean, you can still smell it.
Well, they've opened the front of this up, so that's probably bigger than that.
Yep. All right, this is on the main road, 29, on the side of a building in Royston. I'm kind of standing in the shade, and I'm trying to do this without any cars going by. But there's another mural, Ty Cobb. Try to do this quickly before the sun comes back out. Joe T. Cunningham Furniture Store still stands on the corner here, right inside of Royston. From what I understand, Ty Cobb and Joe Cunningham were friends. He owned this local furniture store, and he actually was a craftsman also, and he made bats for Ty Cobb. I thought that was an interesting fact. I love stuff like this. And these old buildings like this. It is September, mid-September, although the temperature feels still summer-like. But there are some fall things around. Well, we are in Banks County right now. I had thought I read that you could see Ty Cobb's birthplace, but apparently not. But you can actually go to the little unincorporated area that he was born, but I can't find it in ways. I can't find it on a map anywhere.
We're on an adventure.
So we're going to see what we can find.
So if somebody finds this and, our dead, dying corpse or whatever, that's what we're doing.
So we're going to a place called The Narrows,
Whoa.
Georgia. It's supposed to be, what did I say, 4 miles or 5 miles southeast of Baldwin on State Route 105. So that's where we're going. Well, we were traveling on 441 and turned on 105 south, right? Junction 105, I think it says south.
So.
And immediately after we turned, we saw a sign that said Ty Cobb Parkway. So we're hoping to see, there's supposed to be a sign somewhere along the road. So we're going to drive and see if we can find it. Well, we tried.
Epic fail.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a roadside sign somewhere, and we traveled the entire distance of 105, couldn't find it. So I hate it. I hate it when I can't find something, but we're heading home.
See ya.
See ya. Well, it is Monday morning, and I had to go to Royston for a little while. And as I was driving into town, I noticed 2 more places that Ty Cobb has mentioned. So I'm going to try to get a video for those, put those in right now, I hope. Since I'm driving today, I pulled off on the side of the road, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I noticed this as I came into town this morning, and I hope that it shows up. But right there, Ty Cobb Memorial Parkway, and on this sign right here, I can find it. You can take it to go to Elberton or Livonia. And I've been on it many, many times and didn't even realize that's what it was called. So there you go. I don't think anybody's here or coming out. There's also another sign just as you get into town. And right there it says, "Welcome to Royston, home of Ty Cobb." And then it also says, "Home of Tony Jones." He was a football player, and unfortunately I found out that he just passed away.